both raised, to give to the church or the community. But what kind of stands out in my mind, when we first joined this church, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, something like that. And I remember Dr. Hill gave a talk on tithing when we first got here. And she said, being a cheerful giver is one thing, but if it doesn't sting a little bit when you give some money, you're probably not giving enough. And that's stood out in my mind, ever since then, to do that.
For me, I think sometimes your time is harder to give than your money. It's hard to find the last bit of energy that we have on Sunday afternoon to come do NOLA Kids, but have I ever left NOLA Kids feeling my heart not being full? No, I have not. So I think that's really important.
Man, it's hard on a mama with a bunch of kids to devote her time. Like I said, it's worth more than money for her, whether it be in the nursery or NOLA Kids or, whatever. But I mean, it's hard, but it's very rewarding at the same time. And we, talking about tithing, we, give to the church, but it's also important to give to other people in general that are less fortunate,
Our Sunday school class is great about that too, with Mr. Randy. At Christmas time, we take up an offering every morning in here, every Sunday morning, and we keep it for special things like Christmas. We gave it to a family last year in Moorhead that Will knows really well. I think that's very important. I mean, I do think it's very important to know that stewardship is not only money, but also giving to people, with
people, outside of your church family too.
Right.
I enjoy doing that, helping, less fortunate or, anything like that. One of our big pet peeves is we try not to miss church. I mean, that's one thing you can do with young children is be here. I mean, that's very important, and they got great Sunday school teachers. They love coming to church, NOLA Kids, all the above. And kind of one thing that kind of lets me know we might be doing something right is when they get in the car, they want to listen to the music that plays in the van. Play this song, play that song, and that's gives you a good feeling, let you know we kind of, might be headed in the right direction anyway, but I think that's the most important thing you can do is be present in church, for right now.
And there was like a $5 bill laying on our kitchen counter the other day, and Jim was like, well, let's just take that to church and put it in the offering plate. So I think at the ages they are right now, the putting the money in the offering plate is the most fun part. But I think that's great. I think that's a great way for them to know and to acolyte and see the money in the offering plate and hold it. And even if it's just little things like putting $1 in the offering